Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Jaya Haridas Thakur, Jaya Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, Jaya Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya. Nitai Gaura Hariba, 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 Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura, Hariba. Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajakacarya Ashtotara Shatasri Srimati His Divine Grace Abhay Charanar Vinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. His call founder Acharya, BPD founder Acharya, Savior of the whole world, Srila Prabhupada Ki. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नमचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री गौरांगी बेंगलोरेश्वर की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की श्री श्री गौर निताय की ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की नमचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की हरिदास ठाकुर तिरुभाव महामहोत्सव की श्री अनंत चतुर्दशी की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Putale श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Welcome to our morning discussion on the topic of as such passing away of Namacharya Haridas Thakur, but also some glories we will see. Haridas Thakur, as morning I was telling, was instrumental in establishing the will of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on this planet Earth. He came in Kali Yuga to spread Yuga Dharma, which is chanting of the holy name, and that he did show to whole world through the example of Haridas Thakur. How to chant, how much to chant, and how to chant. Quantity and quality both were shown through the example of Haridas Thakur. There are unlimited glories of Haridas Thakur, but just a few we will discuss, and then we will also discuss our main topic of passing away of Haridas Thakur. So this is in the 16th chapter of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur explains, Hena kali tathvaya aila Haridasa Shuddha Vishnu Bhakti Yahara Vigrahe Prakasham. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his pastime in Sri Navadvip Dham, that is the time Haridas Thakur happened to arrive there. एवेशुन हरिदास ठाकुरेर कथा यहार श्रवणे कृष्ण पाइबे सर्वथा. Oh, now my dear devotees, please hear about Haridas Thakur. Just by hearing about him, you will get Krishna. Just by hearing about Haridas Thakur, his pastimes. बुढ़ान ग्रामे ते अवतीर्ण हरिदास से भाग्य से सब देशे kirtana prakash. He appeared in Budhan district in Bangladesh, current Bangladesh, earlier East Bengal, and just because of his influence, his birth over there, now also there is so much kirtan going on in Budhan. कतदिना थाकिया आइला गंगा तीरे आसिया रहेला फुलियाय शांतिपुरे. After some time he came to here, this side, that is West Bengal, on this side of Ganga, in Fulia and Shantipur he resided. पाय्याता न संग आचार्य गोसाई हुंकार करेन आनंदेर अंतनाई. By associating with Haridas Thakur, Advaita Acharya was so much in ecstasy. He was loudly roaring because um, birds of same feather flock together. The frequencies are matching. In fact, they are none other than Shiva and Brahma. Lord Shiva Sadashiv came as Advaita Acharya and Brahma came as Haridas Thakur. And both of them prayed, as it will come here, for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. हरिदास ठाकुर वो अद्वैत देव संगे भासेन गोविंद रस समुद्र तरंगे. Haridas Thakur also, in the association of Advaita Acharya, was floating in the ecstasy of Krishna Prem. निरवधि हरिदास गंगा तीरे तीरे भ्रमेण कौतुके कृष्ण बोली उच्च स्वरे. Continuously Haridas Thakur was wandering by the banks of Ganga and continuously loudly chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. विषय सुखेत हरत तेरा अग्रगण्य कृष्ण नामे परिपूर्ण से श्रीवदन धन्य. He was always the topmost, the foremost of those who are freed or renounced from the worldly pleasures. He had absolutely no interest in worldly pleasures. Krishna Nami Paripurna, he was always filled with chanting the holy name of the Lord. Shri Vadana Dhanya, his mouth was filled with the holy names of the Lord. His Namacharya, you can imagine. Mahaprabhu will not make some any Tom, Dicky, Harry as Namacharya. He has to be of that caliber, very high class devotee. क्षणिक गोविंद नामे नाहिक विरक्ति भक्ति रसे अनुक्षण हयना न मूर्ति. He did not give up chanting the names of Govinda for even a moment. There was not a single moment in the life of Namacharya Haridas Thakur when he did not chant the holy name. Always he chanted. As a result, he was constantly manifesting various ecstatic symptoms. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur explains the ecstasy of Haridas Thakur because of continuous chanting. And we can also experience such ecstasy, but we don't chant, that's the problem. If we chant, that's why we have to pray on the day like today. We should pray at the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur. By his blessing, we will be also able to experience this. कखनो करे न नृत्य आपना आपनी कखनो करे न मत्त सिंह प्राय ध्वनि. Sometimes he danced alone and sometimes he roared like a mad lion. Dancing alone, he in the ashram devotees, somehow devotees pull us, then we get some ecstasy. But then after some time we may feel too much. Enough. Why is the kirtan not stopping? But Haridas Thakur would dance alone also. It did not matter whether he was alone or with other devotees, and roared like mad lion sometimes. कखनो वा उच्च स्वरे करे न रोदन अट्ट अट्ट महाहास्य हासे न कखन. Sometimes he cried loudly and sometimes he laughed loudly. Two opposites. Either if you are very much happy and you are laughing like anything, you will not cry. And if you are quite morose and crying like anything, why will you laugh then? The laughing is out of the discussion. But that is possible because both are in separation from Krishna, union and separation. In separation only one feels union with the Lord. That's very amazing phenomenon in spiritual life. That's why devotees' distress is never distress. They are always blissful. Pratipadam Purana Amrita Aswadanam. Every moment they are ecstatic. कखनो गर्जन अति हुंकार करिया कखनो मूर्छित हई थाके न पड़िया. Sometimes he roared loudly and sometimes he fell to the ground unconscious. That height, highest, jumping up and then unconscious on the ground. All the opposites, all the contradictions in one sense are resolved in the absolute truth. Similarly in the pure devotees also. क्षणे अलौकिक शब्द बोले न डाकिया क्षणे ताई वाखाने न उत्तम करिया. Sometimes he would produce some unnatural sounds. Hmm? Unnatural sound. Now we may, what is this? It appears quite strange, but pure devotees are in ecstasy. After uttering that unnatural sound, then he would explain what is the meaning of that. Then people understand, oh, really? It is like that, huh? Okay. अश्रुपात रोमहर्ष हास्य मूर्छा घर्म कृष्ण भक्ति विकारेर यत आछे मर्म. He manifested all the different ecstatic symptoms like crying, hair standing on end, laughing, losing consciousness, and perspiring. What we sing in the second verse for Guru. रोमाञ्चकम्पश्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्द. So there are 8 ecstatic symptoms, that is Vaivaranyam, fading of the color of the body, the complexion fades. Then Ashru, weeping, Pralay, Murcha, that is devastation, Romanch, hair standing on end, Stamba, being stunned, Sweda, perspiring, then Swara Bheda, choking, the voice changes. Our voice changes because of eating oily items, but that pure devotees are different in love for Krishna. Vepatu, their body trembles, comfort, trembling, like that. 8 ecstatic symptoms are there. Ashta Sattvic Vikar it is called. Prabhu Haridas Matra Nritte Praveshile Sakala Asiyatana Shri Vigrahe Mile. As soon as Haridas began to dance, these symptoms would all manifest in his body. हेन से आनंद धारा तीते सर्व अंग अति पाषंडी ओ देखी पाय महारंग. Haridas' entire body became wet. So much sweating, so much of Ashru Pravaha, Ashrupat, the tears coming. Whole body became wet. Tears of love flowed from his eyes constantly. Even staunch atheists would offer him respect. This is unimaginable. Atheists will not, they don't care for the Supreme Lord, nor will they care for those who are devoted to the Lord. And Haridas Thakur was so devoted, but even staunch atheist would offer him respect. Kiba se adbhut ange Shri Pulakavali Brahma Shiva Odekiya Hayana Kutuhali. Even Brahma and Shiva were satisfied to see the wonderful manifestation of Haridas' hair standing on end. Fulia Grame Rayata Brahmana Sakala Sabe Tahani Dekhi Haila Haila Vibhala. All the Brahmins of Fulia were overwhelmed upon seeing Haridas. According to Sanatan Dharma, those who eat cow flesh, Yavanas, they are low class. And Haridas Thakur was born in one such family. But you see here, the topmost in Sanatan Dharma Brahmanas, they are having highest respect for a person born in Yavana family because he is a great devotee of the Lord. सदारे तथोबार तहाने बड़ जन्मिला विश्वास फुलियाय रहिले न Prabhu Haridas. While Haridas Prabhu resided in Fulia, everyone there developed great faith in him. Only faith we can keep in pure devotees because they have no exploitative tendency, no selfish desires. All other people will have some selfishness, something or the other will be there. And that's why whenever any interaction with them, they have something to take from you. Unfortunately, some ignorant people get fooled because of keeping faith. They are gullible masses. So one should not be gullible like that. One should be intelligent also by hearing from Guru Sadhu Shastra. But pure devotees are the best ones. One can fully entrust them. They are trustworthy. गंगा स्नान करी निरवधि हरि नाम उच्च करी लैया भूले न सर्व स्थान. Haridas would regularly take bath in the Ganges and then loudly chant the names of Lord Hari while wandering about. करी गया मुलखेर अधिपति स्थाने कहिले का तहन सकल विवरणी. So these activities of Haridas Thakur were, you can say, world famous, Navadvip famous. Everybody knew about him. The sound, all these things would be spread all around. Everybody would talk about it. So naturally, then the glories of Haridas Thakur about him reached the Kazi's ears. So Kazi was envious of Haridas Thakur. He was staunch Yavana Muslim, and he did not want such a Muslim as Haridas Thakur to be surrendered to Hindu god. So he was very envious. So that's why he complained to the king that what is this? How dare of this Muslim, born Muslim, to spread, to chant the name of Hindu god? This is not fair. You should take action on him. Get him here and ask him whether he is ready to switch back to Islam again, in a sense, following the Islam tenets. If not, then some punishment has to be given. So king was as such simple, nice person, though Muslim, but then he was under the control of this Kazi. So then the message was sent to Haridas Thakur, and Haridas Thakur was very happy to go. Now imagine if some police calls you, kings call you for some heavy action on you. People will be scared. People will try to run away. Haridas Thakur, those who are devoted to Krishna, they are fearless. The first characteristic of anybody who is self-realized is fearlessness. Abhayam sattva samshuddhi. Because all fear is because of the body only. Oh, I should not get some disease. I should not have some financial loss. I should not lose my property. I should not lose my near and dear ones. All related to body only. Everything. So if one is self-realized, knowing well, I am not body, I am spirit soul, he is absolutely fearless. Bhayam dvitiya viniveshatasya ishadapitasya viparyo asmritihi. As soon as one forgets the Supreme Lord, ishadapitasya viparya asmritihi, asmriti, he forgets the Lord, bhayam, immediately fear comes in picture. Abhiniveshatasya, abhinivesh, absorption in bodily conception. As soon as one is absorbed in bodily conception, immediately there will be fear. But fortunately, we are not the bodies. But the realization of that is not so easy. One may say hundreds of times, I am not body, I am spirit soul. But when danger comes, we run away. I am body then. Prasad comes in front, then I have to satisfy my body. So he came, and while he was passing through, there was prison cell area through which he had to pass through to reach the king. So the prisoners came to know the Haridas Thakur is going to meet king, as he's called, and he will pass by this. Then immediately they asked the top people, constables and all that, please, 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 let me have darshan of Haridas Thakur. Get me in that section, because there are different sections in prison. I want to see Haridas Thakur. So they were all standing on both sides. They came very close. They were still behind the bus, and Haridas Thakur was passing through them all, and they were so happy. Just by seeing him, they were experiencing ecstasy. They folded their palms and bowed down to him out of respect. And Haridas Thakur, seeing them so nicely situated, he blessed them. May you remain the way you are forever. They were shocked. What is this? We want to get out of this prison cell. And he's saying, may you remain forever like this. So they became morose, not understanding what he meant. So then Haridas Thakur explained, Are, you don't understand what I meant. What I meant is, you are now quite Krishna conscious. You have absolutely no attachment. You are Krishna conscious all the time here, because you are praying, oh Lord, please take us out of this place. It's a horrible place. When will you? Quite one becomes in such kind of condition, one becomes quite dependent on the Lord. And you have no attachment. There is no trouble by anybody for you. They are so safe. Nobody can torture them. Isn't it? They have tortured many people. So now they are completely safe inside. Nobody can attack them. So Haridas Thakur glorifies their position. So this is very good. So this is the position one should be in, so that one can always be Krishna conscious. So this is very good. And don't worry, as far as your imprisonment is concerned, just a matter of 2 to 3 days and you will be out from here. Don't worry. So they were very happy. Then Haridas Thakur went in front of uh, the king, Muslim king. Then Muslim king, seeing his effulgence, because great personalities are very effulgent. To the degree one carries Krishna in the heart, his body also shows it up automatically, because Krishna is quite effulgent. So it all the kind of waves they emanate from his body. So he was quite respectful, the king, and gave him seat. Please have a seat here. And then when Haridas Thakur was seated, then he asked that why are you taking the name of Hindu God? You please take name of Allah. You are born in devout Islam, Muslim family. You should chant the name of Allah. Haridas Thakur said, no, there is no difference between Lord Krishna and Allah and all. They are the same Lord, like that. Then Kazi became very angry. He said, "What is this? How dare of you? And are you going to change to Islam or not? You have to. There is something called as kalma. Kalma, if one reads within Quran, so then he gets purified and all that. So he also proves himself, or he declares himself to be a follower of Muhammad. So you have to read kalma. Are you accepting or not? So Haridas Thakur said, I'm chanting Hare Krishna. It's the same as kalma only. Perfect. So when he was not agreeing, then Kazi became very angry. King also asked him, "So what do you think? What should be done?" He is going to follow his practice only, not switch over to what you are saying. He said he should be beaten up in 22 marketplaces. Then king had to give that order. He was helpless. Then he called two executioners. They came. They were very powerful, like restless kind of, and they had a whip made up of what do you call the skin of the animals, very heavy. And then Kazi said, beat him till he dies in 22 marketplaces. The record was earlier anybody who was beaten up into second or maximum third marketplace, he would die for sure. Nobody reached fourth marketplace. Nobody. Because very heavy, they are very powerful personalities. They beat like anything. And in one place, in one marketplace, they'll beat that person like anything. And they will try their best to kill him in the first place only. If not, then they will drag him to the second marketplace, and there they will. The second or third, everybody would die. But Haridas Thakur was beaten up in when he was getting beaten up. So many people there were so much disturbed. Somebody came and fell at the feet of those executioners and said, "Please, sir, please, I will give you any amount of money. I'll give you big sum, but please spare him. Don't beat him." Somebody said, "Arey, he's getting beaten up. This will be very dangerous. There will be so many calamities because he's a great saintly person." Some others prepared themselves only that we will beat up these executioners. They were so disturbed. But Haridas Thakur, Vrindavan Das Thakur explains that he felt no pain, absolutely no pain, because he was chanting, he was remembering the name of the Lord, he was remembering the Lord. And the example is given of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad was also, so many atrocities were performed on him. There was every attempt made to kill him, but he was undisturbed. He did not feel any pain because he was remembering the Lord. When we are absorbed in the remembrance of the Lord, the worldly pain doesn't exist. It doesn't hit you because our absorption is not there. All the time we are disturbed. That is precisely the symptom of people in the age of Kali. Upadrita means always disturbed. Something or the other will always disturb us. Something here, some mosquito is biting, some thought, grossly also, something too much heat, too much cold. So we'll feel, maybe where is my sweater? My sweater. Like that. If it's too hot, then where is the AC? Or something like that. Always disturb. Sitting also, we cannot sit straight. Always this side, that side, something. Always some itching will happen. Something or the other always go. No. You just can't be peaceful. That is the symptom of people in the age of Kali. But if we remember the Lord, to the degree that one is absorbed in the remembrance of the Lord, one doesn't even perceive that there is some problem in my body. And the mind is anyway absorbed in Krishna. So it's very high platform. But it is possible by the grace of Namacharya Haridas Thakur, Acharyas, Prabhupada. It is all possible. Nothing is theory. It's all practical. But only it needs to be practiced sincerely. So he was not disturbed. And meanwhile, they were dragging him. First marketplace, second marketplace, he was beaten up. Third marketplace, fourth marketplace. They thought this person has set record. He is the first person who has reached fourth marketplace. They did not know how he will break all the records, and he will break them also. He has the capacity to do that. So all the way fourth, fifth, sixth, 22nd, last marketplace, they kept beating. They were tired. It's a Haridas. You did not die at all. What is this? Nobody lasted through so long. Then, if you don't die, we will die because the king will kill us. So, my remaining alive is trouble for you. So, I will die for you. Just imagine those who have beaten us. How much we pray ill for them. May he be beaten up. May he die. May somebody beat him. May he lose all his money. May he lose all his house. Let there be earthquake there. Let him be set on fire. How much we cannot openly say, but mind keeps blaming, cursing, and all that. But Haridas Thakur we can see. That's why Ajata Shatru it is said. For a devotee, there is no enemy born. In a sense, others may think him to be their enemy, but he never thinks anybody to be his enemy. They thought here Haridas Thakur to be their enemy, and they wanted to kill him, but he did not die. And when they expressed that they would die, then he said, "Oh, that is the reason, that is the problem. I will die for you." And he really died. He sat in meditation, went deep in internal state of consciousness, and then externally the body lost all the symptoms. He had the all mystic powers also. It is mentioned by Vrindavan Das Thakur. A devotee by default, he is the topmost yogi. Krishna has said that in 6.47. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmanah Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo matah. Of all the yogis, the topmost is one who always abides in me. So devotee, by default, in one sense, he automatically has mystic powers. He is very powerful, but he doesn't make a cheap display of them to attract low class followers. Once Jesus Christ reached with his followers, he reached one village, and then there was one person having some wound or something on knee. So Jesus just moved his hand like this, and two three times he did. He removed the hand. There was no wound, and he was perfectly fine. And seeing this, people were wondering, wow. Immediately they bowed down. Jai, great. Some great personality has come. What power he has. So then they were all respectful. Jesus went walking to the next village. Next village, as soon as he was seen, all the people they bent to him and they surrendered their lives to him. Jesus Christ told his followers, these people are far superior, better than those earlier village people. They were chamatkar se namaskar. Only when you to show some magic, then only you bow down. But these people, without showing magic, they understand the greatness of devotion and they see that, and that's how they bow down. So these are far superior people than those people. So here he had that. So he was not having problems. So he was in deep state of internal consciousness. In that, what was happening to his body? The executioners carried his body in front of the king and said, "He's killed. We bet him in 22 marketplaces. Now he's dead." So okay, done. So now king said, "Now bury him," as is the custom in Muslim Islam. They bury the body. So bury his body. Immediately, Kazi said, "No, no, 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 no. That will lead to his getting higher destination. No, we cannot allow that. He is not a qualified Muslim. He has to suffer." So then king said, "Then what to do?" Okay, throw him in the Ganges. That is okay. Then that will not award him higher destination. So then his body was thrown in the waters of the Ganges, and then the body went down, down, down. At one point of time before that, when they had to pick up his body to throw in the Ganges to carry, that time it is said that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered in the body of Haridas Thakur. Vishwambhar. Vishwambhar means there are many meanings of Vishwambhar, but the whole world is maintained by him. So he becomes very heavy also. Haridas Thakur's body became so heavy, the executioner they tried to pick him up and they were wondering, not able to pick up. What happened? We easily brought him here. Now what is the problem? Many more came, they were not able to. But then by the Lord's arrangement, after some time, he became light again, as usual, and then they could pick him up. They carried him to Ganges, threw him in the Ganges. His body went down, 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 down. And when body went down, then he came to external state of consciousness. Then he saw that he is in the Ganges. Then he came swimming up. He went to the other side and started preaching. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Again the news came to the Muslim king and Kazi also that Haridas is alive on the other side of the Ganges and he is ecstatically preaching Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They sent message to him. He was brought again back to court, and then Muslim king, because Kazi had already said if he survives through 22 marketplaces, then we will accept that is some great soul. So now it was proved. Then the king said, "Oh my dear Haridas, whatever you wish you may do. There's no restriction, no problem. Just go on. Don't worry at all." So Haridas Thakur got full freedom now. There's no power in the creation to disturb his activities. So then Haridas came back and then he was in Fulia. He came to Fulia. That nearby only Shantipur, Advaitacharya's town, and just very close only by the side of the Ganges. Both are by the bank of Ganges only, on the bank of the Ganges. So then Haridas Thakur was given one nice cave-like structure for him to reside. How many of you had been to Fulia? Only three devotees. So Fulia is very wonderful holy place in Navadvip, just on the way to Kolkata highway, just on that from Mayapur, Murshidabad, Kolkata highway. On that from our ISKCON property, if you are coming out on that highway, take right to Kolkata, and just 25 kilometers ahead around there is Fulia, Shantipur Fulia. So there that cave is there now also. You can go and have darshan of that cave, and that's where Haridas Thakur was staying, and devotees would come to meet him. So many brahmanas would respect him. So many, they were all coming to get his guidance. Sikh is also, because he's a pure devotee of the Lord, Namacharya. But then somehow they would smell very bad smell, very fishy smell and all that, in that cave. They knew Haridas Thakur is very pure, and he keeps surroundings also very clean. In fact, the altar also some kind of platform. And then on that nicely gobar was put, cow dung, and on that tulsi plant and all that. So how the bad smell is coming? Then they understood there is very dangerous snake staying here in this cave, and the snakes eat all the animals and all that. So bad smell comes. They requested that Haridas Thakur, this is not good place for you. In this cave, snake resides, and then he might bite you. So please do not stay here. You go to some another place. Then because devotees were requesting, he said, okay, if by tomorrow that snake doesn't leave this place, then I will leave this cave. As soon as he said that, immediately a huge snake came out. And all devotees watching, and he came and he just left that cave, never to return again. Haridas Thakur ki. So everybody, the whole Prakriti works under Krishna, Mayadhyakshana Prakriti. So the snake is also part of Prakriti. But Krishna's devotees, they surmount, they surpass Prakriti. They are given full freedom by Prakriti. So anything is a trouble for a devotee, Prakriti will make sure that the devotee, pure devotee, is no more trouble. So the snake following the dictate, Paramatma is in his heart. Paramatma said, see, it's not good. This will become Vaishnava Aparad. Because of you, a Vaishnava has to leave his house, in a sense, cave. So better you leave. You will get so many other places, caves and holes. Go ahead. So then he left also. Once Haridas Thakur was passing on the streets of Navadvip, then he saw there was a snake charmer there. He had his, what do you call that, instrument, and he was playing, and he was chanting the glories of the Lord. Some Kaliya related, Krishna subduing Kaliya, related to that, some song he was playing on that bin, and the snake was dancing like that. Hearing that glories of Krishna, then Haridas Thakur went in ecstasy. All Ashtasattvic vikar, 8 symptoms of ecstasy, hair standing on it, continuous torrential tear flow, and then body trembling, body losing color, complexion, all these things were happening. He started rolling on the ground, like this, like this, like this. Seeing his ecstatic symptoms, immediately the snake charmer stopped playing the bin, and he folded his palms and he remained standing there out of respect. After some time of rolling and all that, Haridas Thakur, because that playing was stopped, after some time he stopped, and then he wondered what happened. Then he understood he is lying on the ground. He underwent ecstatic symptoms. So devotees don't make cheap display of their ecstasy. But anyway, somehow this happened without his control. So he got up and he felt little shy that this kind of symptoms were seen by public. But then that snake charmer came and he folded palms and said, Hare Krishna and all that. The Haridas Thakur left. But this was all observed by one Brahmin also, local Brahmin, who was envious of Haridas Thakur. He thought, what nonsense, this low class man, just by hearing some sound, he does like this. He had seen all that. So he said, I will also show this. What's the problem? So then again the show started. That snake charmer started playing on his instrument. Then he started showing all those symptoms. Tear coming from eyes and rolling on the ground and all possible. I don't know how he made his hair stand on it, something. But he did all that. So, and then he went in supreme ecstasy and he fell unconscious on the ground, like Haridas Thakur. And thinking that now everybody must be folding palms. But we didn't know, sooner he did that, Immediately, that snake charmer found a stick and started beating him like an and he came out of consciousness, came out of his that pretense, and he was wondering what is this. Then he found that snake charmer is very angry, beating, and then there is no question. He said, "Don't beat me, don't beat me." But he was not listening. He got up and started running. The snake charmer chased him as much as he could, beat him like anything. That person ran away. All this was observed by people, both the shows. Haridas Thakur and some people asked the snake charmer, "Hey, how come earlier Haridas Thakur showed whatever symptoms, you paid respect, you respected him. Whereas when this person, Brahmin, showed, you bet him like anything. Why is it so?" Then that snake charmer said, "Haridas Thakur is a genuine devotee. He doesn't make a show, cheap display of his devotion. He naturally has unlimited love for the Lord. He has Krishna Prem. He's a pure devotee of the Lord. Whereas this Brahmin is envious. He doesn't like the fame that Haridas Thakur has, and he wants to have cheap display of his bhakti and earn some cheap popularity among the public. So knowing well, I bet him like anything. He's lathon ka booth. So I bet him like anything. So then that person went away. So thus we can see Haridas Thakur was appreciated by all. There are many glories. In the evening we will be having an IIC also. Those who are free, you may come there in one Grahasthas. Here only? Oh, that is no more there. Okay, here only we are having. What time? 5 o'clock. 5:30, 5 o'clock around. Okay. So, but now we'll focus on passing away of Haridas Thakur. Today, he left his body on Chaturdashi, Anant Chaturdashi day only. This was all past times we discussed were in Navadvip. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in 1510 at the age of 24. Then went to Jagannath Puri on the request of Mother Shachi. He was to reside over there only for the whole of his life. That was her request. 2 years he went for South India tour. When he came back, it was well known he would be settling. He has settled there. He has already been given a place, Gambira, Kashi Mishrale. So knowing well that Haridas Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Jagannath Puri, I also want his association. Haridas Thakur also came to Jagannath Puri. He made Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him the place very close to his Gambira only, Kashi Mishrale. Now there is a wall in between, so if you have to go from Gambira to Haridas Thakur's place in the Bakul, then we have to come all the way to main road kind of, and from here again enter in one lane. But earlier there was no wall like that, so it was closest to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's residence. That is how Lord gives his heart only for his devotees. Sadhavo hridayam maiham sadhunam hridayam toham madanyatena jananti naham tebhyo managapi. As Lord Narayan says to Durvasa Muni when he committed offense to King Ambarish, and Sudarshan Chakra of the Lord chased him all the way from Brahmalok to Shivalok to Vaikuntha. There Lord Narayan says that sadhus are always in my heart, devotees, and I am in the heart of devotees. They are never forgetful of me, and I am never forgetful of them. So devotee gets placed in the Lord's heart only. What could be a better place than that? So how will Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not award the best place for Haridas Thakur? So he gave him that place. That was such a place because Haridas Thakur was born in a Muslim family, and Jagannath temple does not allow non-Hindus to enter there. So naturally, you would not be getting entrance in Jagannath temple. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "You reside here, and you see from here only on the top of the dome of the temple, you can see the Sudarshan Chakra. You just take darshan of Sudarshan Chakra, it is equivalent to taking darshan of Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. You get the same benefit." So Haridas Thakur would earlier in I went to Jagannath Puri in 1998, first time April. So first that time when we visited that Siddha Bakul place, we could easily see the Sudarshan Chakra on the top of Jagannath temple. Now there are so many buildings there. Even if you climb on the top of that place, then also it's difficult to see the Sudarshan Chakra. But in those years, and now this is 500 years back, you can imagine how easy it was. So he was staying there only. Every day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go take darshan of Lord Jagannath early morning. He would attend the Mangalati. Then he would bring Mahaprasad of Lord Jagannath to give to Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur could not go and take darshan of Jagannath. Lord Jagannath himself, in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, would personally come from out of the temple, come to his place, like home delivery. It's right in his door delivery. Darshan, that too. Darshan you cannot get of the Lord in your place. You have to go to temple. But here Lord only would come and give him Mahaprasad also. Sit with him, discuss with him. But one day when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that Haridas Thakur was sitting there, Haridas Thakur was, because this is eastern area of India, sun rises quite early and might have been summer. So Haridas Thakur was sitting in chanting the holy name, but he was oblivious, not knowing what's happening because of the hot sun rays. It might have been 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning after Mangalati, Mahaprabhu reached there. But that is enough in Jagannath Puri. That too, it's very hot. April we had been 1998. My God, it was most difficult period to be there. Lectures hearing was so difficult. There was so much perspiration. All the clothes because of perspiration. All the mud. It would become mud and touch the saris and dhotis. Very difficult. So Mahaprabhu felt very bad that Haridas Thakur is sweating, perspiring. So he had brought one datun, bakul tree, twig. He just inserted in the ground, and within seconds, the twig grew in the form of a huge tree, spreading its crown over the head of Haridas Thakur, providing shade for him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Haridas Thakur, so always remain under this tree and you can chant here without any problem. So that tree is called a Siddha Bakul. Now also it exists in Jagannath Puri. Means its offspring is there over there. Days, months, years passed by. Then one day what happened, that is being described in the 11th chapter of Antilila in of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Ekadina Govinda Mahaprasada Laya Haridase Dite Gela Anandita Haya. One day Govinda brought Mahaprasad to Haridas Thakur. Very happily he wanted to give to Haridas Thakur. देखे हरिदास ठाकुर करिया छे शयन बंदमंदा करिते छे संख्या संकीर्तन. He saw that Haridas Thakur was lying on the ground and very slowly he was chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Very slowly. Why? Because he has become very old. Haridas Thakur was around 31 years elder to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you can imagine if, let's say, Mahaprabhu is around 48 years old. When he left body, when he left this world, he was 48 years old. So 48 plus 30, 78. So around 79, 80-year-old Haridas Thakur, very old body, and hardly eating, and also body will be emaciated naturally. He was very slowly chanting the holy name. Govinda kahe uthasi karah bhojan, Haridas kahe aji karimu langan. Govinda said, please get up, Haridas Thakur, and have some prasadam. He said, no, I will fast. Sankhya kirtana pure nahi, kemote khaiba, Mahaprasadani acho, kemote upekshaba. I always chant a fixed number of holy name, that means 3 lakh holy name, and I have not completed my chanting. So how can I eat? It's not possible. Without completing our whatever the commitment, 16 rounds, ideally one should not eat also. Morning only, as we get up, we should start chanting. Only when 16th round last holy name is over, then only we should break our fast. Ideal it is. But Haridas Thakur was following that fully, and he was chanting 3 lakhs holy name every day. Mahaprasad ani acha kemote upekshapa. But you have brought Mahaprasad, which is also non-different from Krishna. So how can I neglect that also? Now he's perplexed. One side holy name, which I have not completed, so I am not qualified to eat. But other side you have got Mahaprasad is also another manifestation of the Lord. How can I disrespect Lord in the form of Mahaprasad? Ita boli Mahaprasad kariya vandan ekarancha layatara karila bhakshan. Saying this, telling this, then he offered obeisances to Mahaprasad and just took one morsel, one particle of it to respect. This is how one should be. Then we will become pure devotees in this very life, for sure. Aradhina Mahaprabhu Tara Thai Aina Sustaha Haridas Bolitare Puchila. Next day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Haridas Thakur's place and inquired, Haridas, are you well? नमस्कारी करिते हो कैला निवेदन शरीर सुस्थ है मोर असुस्थ बुद्धिमान. Haridas Thakur also offered obeisances to the Lord and said, my Lord, my body is all right, but my mind and intelligence are not well. This is very important. If only we can think like that, chanting will be very high class. We say the opposite. Oh, yesterday night I did not get proper rest. For me also yesterday become late night, and then morning some sound here and there. I woke up and I was wondering what is the time, whether it's 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock, like that. So first thought comes to mind is my body is not well. I did not get proper rest. I did not get proper prasadam, something like that. And our mind and intelligence are not well. That we never conclude. Yeah, my mind is best and my intelligence. I'm the most intelligent devotee. In all the devotees, I'm the most intelligent. But Haridas Thakur, we can see, my body is all right, but my mind and intelligence are not well. Prabhu kahe kaun vyadhi kahata nirnay. So mind and intelligence are not well. So Mahaprabhu is asking, which is the disease that you have? You are able to have some understanding of your body. You are saying mind and intelligence. So kaun vyadhi? Which disease? Teho kahe sankhya kirtan na puray. My disease is I am not able to complete my chanting, my rounds. प्रभु कहे वृद्ध हैला संख्या अल्प कर. अरे हरिदास ठाकुर, you have become old now. Reduce the number of chanting. Don't chant 3 lakh holy name. Maybe 1 lakh you can chant. Or he will not tell one less than 1 lakh. So 1 lakh is good enough. One third. And that is what scriptures recommend. Every day one should chant 1 lakh holy name. When the devotees in Jagannath Puri, devotees means devotees from Navadip only, who had gone for Chaturmas period over there to meet Mahaprabhu, to have his association. When they invited Mahaprabhu, please come to my house for Prasadam, Mahaprabhu said, I will go to the house of only Lakpati, one who is owner of 1 lakh. So, oh, Lakpati, we are not Lakpati, we are Roadpati. They had no residence also in Jagannath Puri. King Prataprudra would arrange some residence for them for 4 months. Afterwards, they would leave back to Bengal. So then they were all morals. Mahaprabhu said, you did not understand. By owner of 1 lakh, I mean one who chants 1 lakh holy name daily. Immediately said, Hari Bol! All the followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would chant daily 1 lakh holy name. All. Prabhuji's, Mataji's, Grahasthas, renunciates, everybody. 1 lakh holy name minimum. So as soon as they heard, oh, that is the qualification expected, and we are all chanting Hari Bol. Very good. So that means he'll come to all our houses. So they were very happy. So it is said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not go to Grahastha's house who is not chanting 1 lakh holy name. So I have heard sometimes Radha Shambhu says, if somebody has to cook for him, there the Prabhuji Mataji should chant 64 rounds that day at least. Sometimes he told me also, if you have to somehow, there is no facility you have to take, so tell there, they should chant 64 rounds on that day. I said, my God, I myself not chanting. How can I tell them? Better I'll not go only there. So here he says that please reduce the number of rounds you chant. Siddha deha tumi sadhane agra kene kar. You are a perfected being now. Don't be like a practitioner, what do you call, bent upon saying, no, I must chant 3 lakh holy name. No, that is for practitioners. You have reached perfection. So there are two, sadhakas and siddhas. Sadhakas means practitioners. We are all practitioners. We are practicing daily fixed number of rounds, 16 rounds minimum, sometimes more. But this is practice. Like this, one time, sometime, some lifetime, we will be siddhas, we will be pure devotees. It takes time also, avoiding offenses. Otherwise, with offenses, it takes many lifetimes. Otherwise, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says it takes 3 lifetimes. First life goes in Namaprad, second life goes in Namabhas, third life Shuddhanam for a sadhaka. Prabhupada is the only Acharya who said, I will make it in 1 life for you. You just chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra daily and follow the 4 regulative principles and offer services as a humble servant. So then I will take you personally by back door, Prabhupada said, to Golok Vrindavan. So if we become perfect followers of Prabhupada and please him according to his expectation, then only it is possible. Otherwise no Acharya recommends, no Acharya says that in 1 lifetime you can go back to Godhead. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says 3. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, you are not a practitioner, you are a perfect being now, you are a pure devotee, no need of this kind of determination, I will chant 3 lakhs. No. लोक निस्तारिते यही तुम्हारा अवतार नामेरा महिमा लोके करिला प्रचार. You have come to this world to spread the glories of the holy name, for delivering the people. And you have spread enough the holy names, glories of the holy name. Enough. So no need to worry about chanting 3 lakhs. एबे अल्पसंख्या करी कर संकीर्तन हरिदास कहे शो न मोर सत्य निवेदन. Now please reduce the number of round. Haridas Thakur said, please hear my real plea. हीन जाति जन्म मोर निंद्य कलेवर हीन कर मैं रत मोई अधम पामर. I was born in a very low class family. Like that also we should feel. But unfortunately we feel, I was born in such and such family. So much prestige, so much we feel, I was born in such and such family. This is bodily consciousness. Haridas Thakur said, I was born in a low family. More a ninda kalavar, and my body is also condemned. Hina karme ratamui. I was always engaged in low class activities. Adhama pamar. I'm very fallen soul. अदृश्य अस्पृश्य मोरे अंगीकार कैला रौरवा हैते काडी मोरे वैकुंठे चढाईला. I am untouchable and unseeable, but you accepted me as your servant. This means that you have delivered me from a hellish condition and raised me to the Vaikuntha platform. Is glorifying Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Any prayer we have in front of the deities, there are 3 components to that. Samprathanatmika, glorifying the Lord. He says, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatara. This is glorification of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh Lord, you have come to deliver the fallen souls. Second is Dainya Bodhika, telling how fallen I am. Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Paibe. There is no one more fallen than me. And third is Lalasamai. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karamare. Oh Lord, please have mercy upon me. So Lalsa, the desire. So 3 components have to be there. Anytime we are in front of the deities, we should make sure that we glorify the Lord. Oh Lord, you are so beautiful, you are dressed so wonderfully, and all that. And you are very merciful. You have been standing there. At the end of the day, when I was doing Pujari services, we were taught that when we are putting the Lord to rest, the small deities, Utsamurtis, we would massage their lotus feet, Radharani and Kunjabihari in Pune. I would massage. Why? Because whole day they have been standing there just to give darshan to all of us who are sinful and offenders. So much standing. And imagine all of us, we stand, but after some time we sit. Maybe on chair, on ground, but we sit. After some time we are tired, again we stand up. Sometimes we walk. But their lordships are just standing only there. So legs must have been paining. So we massage their lotus feet and then we pick them up and put them on their bedding. Then put chaddar on them. All that Pujari does. It's very amazing, very personal service. By doing Pujari services, one becomes a high class personalist, which is a big problem in the world is impersonalism, especially some age of technology, machines. So we deal more with machines and less with people. We love machines and we use people. Ideally, we should use machines and love people, but reverse only happens. We use people for our purposes. Done. Throw away this person. I'm not needing this person. Like that. Use and throw. That very dangerous word. In India, if you see that slogan was never there. Use, then reuse, and then again use. There's no question of throwing almost. Like God. In my house, I would see my father that from my childhood, from ever since I developed some intelligence, and he had been seeing one bed. It was made of iron, very huge bed, very heavy also. So eventually, because of whatever, it started rusting. So one of the what you call pillars legs was that what you call corrosion and all that. So it was all that. So my father had put bricks there, it was perfectly matching. And every time I would go home as a brahmachari also, 22 years I kept going. I saw that bed was there. My father would sleep on that. So there's no question of throwing. Use, reuse, and then use, and then again use, and keep reusing. But Western philosophy is use and throw. Use it. One razor cut, okay, throw it. Now next one. In fact, the whole razor only comes. What do you call that? Connected. The what do you call that? That also you have to throw. This is very bad. So one should not be like that. So here he is saying that no, you are so great. You accepted me as your servant. This means that you have delivered me from a hellish condition and raised me to the Vaikuntha platform. One should be very grateful. Gratitude makes heart soft, and that soft heart is required for chanting. With hard heart, one cannot chant. Impossible. One will just release some air, some words from the mouth. One can't chant. Gratitude makes heart very soft. Heart should be very soft, and gratitude comes in the mode of goodness. I think last time in my visit, last to last time somewhere, we discussed about gratitude at length. स्वतंत्र ईश्वर तुम्ही हवो इच्छामय जगत नाचाओ यारे ऐसे इच्छा है ओ लॉर्ड यू आर इंडिपेंडेंट द वे यू make the world dance, people dance, that's how they dance. All of us are dancing on the tune of Krishna. We don't even know. We may think I am making this fellow dance on my tune. As per my dictate he works. He is my follower. He is completely subservient to me. That is our grand illusion. We are first of all puppets in the hands of material nature. And material nature is working as per the desire of the Lord. Ichhanurupamapiyasya chacheshtate sa. Durga is working under Krishna's will. She is exactly, every moment is as per Krishna's desire. And she is making us dance, and we are all puppets in the hands of Prakriti. We don't have that independence. Independence is there for surrendering only to Krishna. अनेक नाचाईला मोरे प्रसाद करिया विप्रेर श्राद्ध पात्र खाईनु म्लेच्छ हैया. You made everybody dance, and to me you were very merciful. You allowed me to accept first the Vipra Shraddha Patra. When Advaita Acharya had performed one puja for ancestors, Shraddha, then the first offering only he gave it to Haridas Thakur in Shantipur. Haridas Thakur said, come on, here there are so many qualified Brahmins. Why don't you give them? I am low born. How can you think of giving me? That would be you lose your prestige. People will they will feel low about your activities. Then Haridas, our Shantipur Acharya, that is Advaita Acharya said, no, feeding you is like feeding 10 million Brahmanas, 1 koti Brahmanas. So you are that worth. It's a great fortune for me. So first you only take. So that is what is remembered by Haridas Thakur now when he's in his last days. That, oh Lord, it was arranged through you only. That Advaita Acharya fed me, gave me the first Shraddha Patra. एकवांचा हय मोर बहुदिन हैते लीला संवरी तृप्तो me लय मोर चित्ते. That is only one desire, O Lord, in my heart. I feel that you will fulfill that desire. I know very soon you will bring to end to the chapter of your pastimes in this world. ये सही लीला प्रभु मोरे कभू ना दिखाइबा. Please do not show this pastime, your end pastime, you living this world. I don't want to be on planet Earth when you are no more there. Aparar aage more sharir padiba. I want to give up my body in front of your eyes. Hridaye dhari mu tomar kamal charan. I will catch hold on to your lotus foot on my heart. Nayane dekhi mu tomar chand vadan. I will see your moon-like face. Jivhaya uchchari mu tomar Krishna Chaitanya naam. With my tongue I will chant Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Emata morai cha chadi mu paran. And this is how I wish to give up my body. Mora yahi ichha yadi tomara prasade hoy. Ei nivedana mora karo dayamay. If only, O Lord, you are who so merciful. If only you can be merciful, I could have my desire fulfilled by your mercy only. Ei नीच देह मोरा प्रभु का पड़ुका तब आगे. Evancha siddhi mora tomate lage. I want this lowly fallen body of mine to fall in front of you. That means give up this body, and this would be the perfection of my desire. That is possible only by your wish. Prabhu kahe Haridas, ye to me magibe. Krishna kripa moyataha avashya karibe. Mahaprabhu's answer is also so amazing. So Haridas, whatever you desire, Krishna is bound to fulfill it. Pure devotee's desire, Krishna has to fulfill. Krishna is helpless. Krishna cannot say no. किंतु हमारा ये किचु सुख सब तोमा लैया तुम्हारा योग्य नहीं या बे हमारे छाड़िया. But whatever little bit happiness that I have in my life, whatever happiness I have, is all because of your association. So it's not fitting for you to go away and leave me behind. Now how can you think of? In the world people say, na, husband may say, oh my dear wife, please don't leave me. How will I live without you? And wife also, husband, please. So it's all on material platform, bodily platform. But here is truly on spiritual platform. Lord is feeling that without you, Haridas, how will I be happy? This not possible. चरणे धरी कहे हरिदास ना करी हो माया अवश्य मोध में प्रभु करो यही दया. This Haridas Thakur caught hold on to the lotus foot of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, "Oh Lord, please, na kori ha maya. Do not create an illusion. Avashya modhami Prabhu, kara yai daya. To me who is so fallen, O Lord, please, please shower this mercy upon me. मोर शिरोमणि कत कत महाशय तुम्हार लीलाय सहाय कोटि भक्त होय. You know, who is Lord? There are many respectable personalities, millions of devotees who are fit to sit on my head. They are all helpful in your pastimes. So this shows complete detachment from body also. He's a pure devotee anyway. When we are living body, would we be thinking like that? That I am not required. Hey, I am required. I have done so many services to ISKCON, ISKCON Bangalore, SGM, and I have done this. Without me, how will SGM temple exist? It will all collapse. Hmm? Isn't it? So this is not good. One should, this is not suicidal thought, but I am not required. This is humility. I can see all the words because he has epitome of humility. That's how he can chant 24 hours a day. And we also need, any department we are in, any place, as a counselor, as a leader, anywhere, we feel without me, how will the show run? Yeah, it's a show only. It's not bhakti. So one should not be in dilemma, thinking that without me the world will not. When Parikshit Maharaj came to know that he would die in 7 days, he called the Brahmanas and priests and all and said, here is Janmejay, who was hardly 11, 12 year old. So he is competent to run the whole show. So he will be the king. You just guide him a little bit. I am going to forest because I will die after 7 days. I have to know what am I supposed to do for these last 7 days. So he could enter. Prabhupada, after having 108 worldwide temples all over the world, 108 temples, thousands of disciples, lakhs of books distributed, and so many other Govinda restaurants, farm communities, so many things. And then Prabhupada was asked, any last desire? Prabhupada said, Kichu Chanai. How can one say that? We have so many desires. That department should run very nicely, and there also this should be done, here that should be done. No. So saying, my Lord, do not create an illusion. Although I am so fallen, you must certainly show me this mercy. Mora Shiromani Kata Kata Mahashay, my Lord, there are many respectable personalities, millions of devotees who are fit to sit on my head. They are all helpful in your pastime. So I am not needed. Do not create illusion by saying that I am needed. No. आमा हेना यदि एक कीट मरी गेला एक पिपली कमाइले पृथ्वीर कहा हानि हैला. This is epitome of his humility. My Lord, if an insignificant insect like me dies, what is the loss? If an ant dies, where is the loss to the material world? Will we ever compare ourselves with any ant here in this temple hall? That ant is so special because, after all, in the temple hall. So, but will we compare? I am like that ant. Our Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami says that Jagai Madai Haite Moi se Papishta, Puri Sherakit Haite Moi se Lagishta. I am worse, more sinful than Jagan Madai, and I am worse than the worm in the stool. Worm in the stool. We don't even like to see at that worm crawling there and all that. And comparing ourselves to be like that worm. So Acharya is so humble. Here he is also comparing himself with an ant. Ant dies somewhere in one corner of the world. What is the loss for the rest of the world? Bhakatavatsala Prabhu Tumi Moi Bhakta Bhas Avashya Purabe Prabhu Morayai Ash. My Lord, you are always affectionate to your devotees. I am just an imitation devotee, but nevertheless, I wish that you fulfill my desire. That is my expectation. So, imitation devotee, we should feel. Sometimes devotees in Pune temple, they tell me, oh, Prabhu, you are so great. I said, show is first class. You can really praise me for my show. That for so many years, hardly anybody has detected the flaws. Such a wonderful show. Far better than Bollywood and Hollywood actors and actresses. But because such a long period show is going on. So it's an imitation devotee. I'm an imitation devotee. Haridas Thakur is saying that. Madhyan karite Prabhu chalila apane Ishwara dekhiya kali dibena darashane. But it was noon time, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left that place to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. तबे महाप्रभु तारे करिया लिंगन मध्यान्ह करिते समुद्र करिला गमन. First he embraced Haridas Thakur, then he went to take bath, sea bath. प्रातः काले ईश्वर देखी सब भक्त लैया हरिदास देखी ते आईला शीघ्र करिया. Next morning means today morning. So this past time what we read till now was Antaryodashi, yesterday of that year when Haridas Thakur left body. So today morning what happened, that is being discussed. Pratak kale, early morning, Ishwar dekhi, after taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, Sabha Bhakta Layya, Mahaprabhu took all the devotees. Haridase dekhi te aila shigra kariya. He came to see Haridas Thakur. Very quickly he came. Haridasera aage asi dila darshan. Mahaprabhu came in front of him and gave him darshan. Haridas Vandila Prabhur Ara Vaishnava Charan. Haridas Thakur respected lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, offered respects, and to all the devotees also. प्रभु कहे हरिदास कह समाचार. चैतन्य महाप्रभु said, "Oh Haridas, what is the news?" हरिदास कहे प्रभु ये कृपा तोमार. Oh Lord, whatever is your mercy, whatever way you want to bestow. He already told his desire. Now it's up to Lord, what Lord wishes, because Lord is anyway independent. अंगने आरंभिला प्रभु महासंकीर्तन. Mahaprabhu ordered devotees, start महासंकीर्तन. वक्रेश्वर पंडित तहा करेना नर्तन. And Vakreshwar Pandit was there. He is the best of the dancers in associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He would dance for hours, sometimes days. Once he danced for 3 days at a stretch. When he would start dancing, eventually whoever is lead singer, all of us want to be lead singers. Mike, and I will lead. But let's say you are told lead kirtan for 15 hours non-stop. Then you say, nahi bhai. I have to take in between breakfast, lunch, dinner, and some snacks also. And I have to do many other things. I will come. Total, I will cover 15 hours in 15 days or in 10 days, but not in one day. Don't ask me to do marathon, kirtan marathon. We won't be agreeing. So when he would be dancing, who will be lead singing? Who will take lead in singing? Devotees are transcendental, but still they would also give up. So Mahaprabhu would lead kirtan then. When everybody else would raise hand. Raise hand is not for Harinam Sankirtan, but saying that this is beyond me. I just can't continue so long. So Mahaprabhu would personally lead. So how we can say how Lord is subservient to his devotees. Just because Vakreshwar Pandit has to dance, Mahaprabhu is ready to sing for him. So he was the chief dancer. Swarupa Gosai Adi Yata Prabhu Ragan Haridasa Vedikare Nama Sankirtan. All the devotees, our Haridas Thakur is lying on the ground. And devotees they were around in a circle. They are going round and round and they are doing Nam Sankirtan. Ramananda Sarvabhaum Sabara Agrete Haridas Raguna Prabhu Lagila Kahite. There was Ramananda Rai, Sarvam Bhattacharya, Swarup Damodar is anyway there, and others are there. And in front of them all, Mahaprabhu started glorifying Haridas Thakur. Haridas Raguna Kahite Prabhu Haila Panchamukh. When he started glorifying Haridas Thakur, it was as if Mahaprabhu had 5 mouths. So much glory is coming out. Kahite Prabhu Bade Mahasukh. And as he kept saying, glorifying Haridas Thakur, his happiness kept increasing also. Haridas Raguni Sabar Vismita Hayamay. Hearing Mahaprabhu glorifying Haridas Thakur, hearing those glories, all the devotees were wonderstruck. Sarva Bhakta Vande Haridas Charan. All devotees paid respects to the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur. Haridas Nijagrite Prabhura Vasailam. Haridas Thakur made Mahaprabhu stand in front of him, sit in front of him. Nijanetra Dvibhunga Mukhapad Medila. His 2 eyes were like 2 bumblebees, which were fixed at the lotus face of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Swarudhayani Dharila Prabhura Charan. Then he took one lotus foot of Mahaprabhu and kept it on his chest. Sarva Bhakta Padarenu Mastaka Bhushan. He also, while lying only, he took the dust from the lotus feet of all the devotees on his head. How humble he is. He is appointed as Namachari, the top person in teaching world how to chant. And he is taking dust of all the devotees. This kind of humility is required. One should, advancement in material life means how many people are below me. In corporate world. As you join, you are the joining new, whatever you call, trainee. There are 15, 20 or whatever people. And there are so many people above you. And then as you go after some years, then maybe you are whatever, team leader, project leader, and people are below you, 10 people are below you, whatever you are team leader, you are project leader maybe, 10 team leaders are under you, and then you become one of the managers, so many 100 people under you, then you become MD, thousands of people under you. This is advancement in material life. In spiritual life, exactly opposite. Advancement means how many people are above me, how many are my masters, I am servant to how many. Hmm? Though externally we may go up in the hierarchy of the managerial structure, but internally one feels I have so many masters to serve and to please, and it requires strength. It's not so easy. If I am a personal servant to 100 people, I will go crazy. First of all, I will not be able to do justice to the job. If at all I try to do also, I will go crazy for sure. I will die only. Because impossible. To be personal servant of one or two devotees also is so difficult. Those who have served that, you can ask them how difficult it is. Any gurus in ISKCON, if you see their personal servant, it becomes very difficult. They can't even spare time for hearing class of that Maharaj also. Because so many services are there, secretarial and menial, all varieties of services. Become very difficult. So strength is required to be able to serve. That's why a devotee can chant fervently, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because that mercy, strength, ability, expertise, time management will be all provided by Krishna alone if we pray to him through chanting the holy name. That's why as one grows in seniority, one feels the need for it to be able to serve more devotees in a better and better way. So being servant to so many, that is advancement in spiritual life. So he touched the lotus feet of all the devotees. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Bole na bar bar. He was continuously chanting Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Mukha Madhuri Piye Netra Jaladhar. And he was continuously drinking the nectar of the beauty of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the sweetness of Lord's face. Moon is so cooling. Nitai pada kamala koti chandra sushitala je chaya jagata judai. So two lotus feet of Shri Nityanamprabhu are like millions of moons. They're so soothing. Eyes become soothed by seeing the moon. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus face was like moon, very sweet. He was looking at the lotus face of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, tears constantly gliding down from his eyes. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Karite Ucharan Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkraman, continuously chanting Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. The holy name was going out, and one point of time, the soul also left the body of Haridas Thakur. महायोगेश्वर प्राय देखी स्वच्छंदे मरण भीष्मेरा निर्याण सभार हैल स्मरण. Like a Mahayogishwar, one who is master of mystic powers, this yogic methods. Like that, Haridas Thakur accepted death by his own will, like Ichha Maran, Swachhande Maran. Bhishmara Niryan Sabar Hailas Maran. Just like Bhishma Dev, when his father Shantanu was in love with Satyavati and he returned morose, Bhishma Dev asked Father, why are you morose? He was not telling the reason. Then he asked the charioteer, what was the problem? Where did my father go? Then he told the whole story. How your father got attracted to Satyavati. But then father of Satyavati put a condition. Only if her son becomes the next king, then only. And which was not acceptable to Shantanu because Bhishma Dev was already born from Ganga. He was quite qualified. So then personally Bhishma Dev went and requested that fisherman, please sir, it's not proper for you to disobey the king. He's the entire king of the entire state. You cannot disobey him. He said, no, I am ready to follow. I am ready to give my daughter in marriage. But her son only has to become the next king. Bhishma Dev said, agreed. No problem. I will not be the king. I will make him the king. Don't worry. Be ready now. He said, no, you may be ready now, but in future your son, he will say, no, it was actually belonging to my father. It's my right. Hereditary right. I should be the king. Then Bhishma said, of that being the case, I take a vow throughout life I will never marry. And the demigods were so happy, they showered flowers and they said, Bhishma, Bhishma, terrible vow. His name was never Bhishma, his name was Devavrat. But because of his terrible vow, they demigods said Bhishma and he became famous by the name Bhishma. So Bhishmera Niryana Sabar Hailamaran. Shantanu was very happy that my son, for my sake, you took such a vow. Brahmacharya is The greatest pleasure in the world is sex life, and that one gets only one who doesn't remain brahmachari by becoming grossered. You are denying that pleasure, so I bless you. You will die only by your own wish. Till you want to live, you will live. If you want to live for 10,000 years, you can live. 10 crore years, 10 billion years, whatever, you can stay. So Bhishma Dev, when he saw that now Pandavas, Yudhishthira is installed as the emperor, that is what I was waiting. That the kingdom of Hastinapur should be under proper ruler, dharmic, religious king. He is there. Now no more need. Krishna is also in front of my eyes. Let me depart from this world. And by his own will, Bhishma Dev left his body. So everybody remembered Bhishma Dev. Hari Krishna Shabde Sabe Kare Kolahan. Everybody chanted Hari Krishna. Premanande Mahaprabhu Leela Vibhal, and Mahaprabhu was so much overwhelmed with ecstatic love because, in one sense, he lost Haridas from this world. So much separation. How will I survive without Har-? He had already only told the day before. Haridaser Tanu Prabhu Kole Laila Uthaya. Mahaprabhu personally lifted the body of Haridas Thakur. There is a picture of that. Our devotees have drawn very wonderfully. Here, up there. Can you imagine? He had said earlier, Asprushya, Adrushya. I am unseeable, untouchable. And you can see Haridas Thakur's body personally lifted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Angane Nachena Prabhu Premavishtahaya, and personally Mahaprabhu started dancing along with that body only. Must be a little heavy, but Mahaprabhu is so much in love with Haridas Thakur, he started dancing. Prabhura Aveshe Avasha Sarva Bhaktagan. Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy seeing this, all the devotees were helpless. Premaveshe Sadhanache Korena Kirtan, everybody went mad and they started dancing in Kirtan. Matan Nritya Prabhu Kaila Katakshan, for some time Mahaprabhu kept dancing with body of Haridas Thakur in his hands like that. Swarupa Gosai Prabhu Re Karaila Savadhan. Then Swarup Damodar Goswami told Mahaprabhu, informed the Lord, Haridas Thakur Tabe Vimane Chadaiya. Now Haridas Thakur body was put on one kind of palanquin which was looking like aeroplane. Samudra Laya Gela Tabe Kirtana Karya, and in Kirtan procession only the body was taken to the seashore. Aage Mahaprabhu chale nritya karite, Mahaprabhu was going in front, dancing continuously. Pache nritya kare Vakreshwara Bhaktagana Sathe, behind all the other devotees headed by Vakreshwar Pandit were dancing. Haridase Samudra Jale Snana Karaila, all the devotees bathed the body of Haridas Thakur in the water of the ocean. Prabhu ka hai samudra yai Mahatirtha haila. Mahaprabhu announced, declared, from this day on, this sea has become a great pilgrimage site. Anyway, the oceans are very pure. Why? Because all the holy rivers ultimately merge into ocean. Whether you say Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean. So all the rivers, they have to go to the lowermost point, and the oceans are the lowermost point. Mean sea level, MSL 0, and all the cities are 8 meter above the MSL, 10 meter, 15 meter, all that like that. But the sea is 0 like that. So all the rivers go to that lowermost point, ocean only. So oceans are always very pure. But Mahaprabhu said now, from this day on, this sea has become a great pilgrimage site. Mahatirtha. They are tirthas because all the holy tirthas enter in ocean. But this is Mahatirtha now. Why? Haridasera Padodaka Piye Bhaktagan, because body of Haridas Thakur was bathed over there. Then devotees took that water and drank. Haridasera Angedila Prasada Chandan. They offered Mahaprasad of Jagannath, sandalwood pulp, all the different garlands on the body of Haridas Thakur. Dora Kadar Prasada Vastra Angedila Valukara Gartakari Chahe Shoyaila. After a hole was dug in the sand, the body of Haridas Thakur was placed into it. Remnants from Lord Jagannath, such as his silken robes, sandalwood pulp, food and cloth, were placed on the body. All this Mahaprasad was kept on the body of Haridas Thakur, which is in the hole. Charidike Bhaktagana Karena Kirtan, all around that hole on the seashore, devotees were doing Kirtan. Vakreshwara Pandita Karena Anande Nartan, Vakreshwara Pandita dancing with bliss. Hari Bol, Bole Gaura Rai, Apani Shri Haste Balu, Dila Targai. Mahaprabhu saying, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. and he took the sand and poured on the body of Haridas Thakur and started covering his body. Tare walu diya pare pinda bandhaila. So all the other devotees also did, and then there was one platform built on the top. Chaude ke pindera maha avarana kaila, and they gave fencing kind of for protection so that nobody walks over it. That samadhi will be built, proper samadhi later on. Now also some kind of structure is made, platform, so that everybody understands there's some great personalities bodies inside this tomb. Taha vedi Prabhu kaila kirtan and nartan. Mahaprabhu circumambulated that and did kirtan and dancing kirtan. Haridhani kola hale bharila bhuvan. The whole Brahmanda was filled with vibration of Lord's Hari's name. तबे महाप्रभु सब भक्त गण संगे समुद्र करिला स्नान जल केली रंगे. Mahaprabhu took bath in that Mahatirtha where Haridas Thakur's body was bathed, and he played in the water in great jubilation. Haridase Pradakshina Kari Aila Simmadware. Again he circumambulated the body of Haridas Thakur and came to Simmadwar. Hari Kirtana Kola Hala Sakala Nagare. There was Hari Kirtan all throughout the city of Jagannath Puri. Simmadware Asi Prabhu Pasari Bathai Anchala Patiya Prasad Magiya Tathai. Approaching the Simmadwar gate, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread his cloth and began to beg prasadam from all the shopkeepers there. Can you imagine Mahaprabhu personally? Personally, he is spreading his cloth and begging Mahaprasad from all the shopkeepers. Haridas Thakurera Mahotsavera Tare Prasada Magiye Bhiksha Devata Amare. And what Mahaprabhu said, I am begging prasadam for a festival honoring the passing away of Haridas Thakur. The Lord said, please give me alms. Generally one begs alms for whom? Brahmachari begs alms for Guru. Brahmachari Guru Kule Vasan. Brahmachari has to beg alms for Guru. And here Mahaprabhu has accepted Haridas Thakur as his Guru. Earlier he said that to Sanatana Goswami also. When Jagannath and Pandit said, why are you staying in Puri? Go to Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given Vrindavan to you all Goswamis. Here you are having this body which is having all bad pus and all that. Mahaprabhu embraces you, feel bad, you should not be here, go there. When Sanatana Goswami said, Jagannath has guided me like that, so I am leaving for Vrindavan, can I go? Mahaprabhu said, who is this Jagga? Huh? This small kid, how dare of him to guide you? What does he think of himself? Are you are my Guru, you are the Guru of the entire world. And who is this Jagga? Mahaprabhu was very angry. So then Sanatana Goswami takes a twist and says, oh, you love Jagdanand, that's why you are chastising him. Those whom we love, we chastise. And you don't love me that much, that's why you are feeding me sweet nectarian praise. And Mahaprabhu said, no, not like that, I love you also, I love you also. So earlier he said to Sanatana Goswami that you are Guru. And after Mahaprabhu left, Sanatana Goswami, Haridas Thakur said, oh Sanatan, you are so fortunate. Lord considers your body to be his property. And through your body he is going to do great work in Mathura Vrindavan. You are so fortunate. Then Sanatana Goswami glorifies Haridas Thakur. He says, oh my dear Haridas Thakur, Mahaprabhu has come to spread the holy name and that he showed through you. You through your actions and through your preaching. Achar and Prachar. How to do Achar and Prachar in terms of holy name, you teach the whole world. So you are glorious. So devotees glorify each other. So Mahaprabhu is saying, please give me alms for my Guru in one sense, Haridas Thakur. Shuniya pasari sab changda uthaiya prasad ditya sirara tara ananditahaya. Hearing this, all the shopkeepers immediately came forward with big baskets of prasadam, which they jubilantly delivered to Lord Chaitanya. Who will not come? Because Lord himself is begging. Swarup Gosai pasari ke nishedhana changdalaya pasare vasila. However, Swarup Damodar forbade them, stopped them, and the shopkeepers returned to their shops and sat down with their basket. Swarupa Gosai Prabhu re ghare pathaila chari Vaishnav chari pechada sange raat khila. Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar said, you please go back to your residence. And he appointed 4 Vaishnavas and 4 servants who collected prasadam from these shopkeepers. Swarupa Gosai kahilena saba pasari re ek dravya ek punja dehamore. Swarup Damodar said to all the shopkeepers, deliver to me 4 palmfuls of prasadam from each and every item. Too much is not good. Some only will get to serve, others will not. So only 4 palmfuls of each prasadam from your shop. Ematte nana prasad bojha bandaiya layai lachari janer mastake chadaiya. In this way, varieties of prasadam were collected, then packed up in different loads and carried on the heads of 4 servants. Vaninath Patanaik Prasadanila, Kashi Mishranek Prasada Pataila. Vaninath Patnaik brought prasad of Lord Jagannath, and Kashi Mishra also sent lot of prasadam in large quantities. सब वैष्णवे प्रभु वसईला सारी सारी आपने परिवेशे प्रभु लय janachari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made all the devotees sit and he started serving to all the devotees, assisted by those other people also. Mahaprabhu Sri Haste Alpanai se Mahaprabhu was not accustomed to serving little. एक एक पाते पंच janara bhaksha pariveshe. In one plate he would fill what 5 people can eat. So much, very generous. स्वरूप का हे प्रभु वसी करह दर्शन. Then Swarup Damodar Goswami requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please sit down and watch. Ami ha sabalaya kari periveshan, and myself with others I will serve prasadam. Swarup Jagdananda Kashishwar Shankar Charijana Pariveshan Kare Nirantar. So these 4 were continuously serving prasadam. Swarup Damodar Goswami, Jagdanand Pandit, Kashishwar Pandit and Shankar Pandit. Prabhu na khaile ka keha na kare bhojan, but Mahaprabhu was not eating, so nobody starts prasadam, not able to start. This is etiquette. Unless the senior most devotee starts prasadam, we should not. Not have prasadam came, my Mahaprasad is going to over. No, the etiquette is after he starts, we should start. Before he ends, we should end. My God. This is ideal of servant or disciple, like that. So we'll say, yeah, no problem. I'll eat like anything. With 2 hands, I will eat. Because I will have less time. And the great souls also eat less. So they will complete prasadam in 15-20 minutes. So I have to complete my 45 minutes of prasadam in 15 minutes. So I will be in Rajdhani Express. High speed I will eat like that. And without permission, we should not leave when we have taken prasadam with devotees. Prabhu said, "Dine Kashi Mishra Nimantran." But that day Kashi Mishra had invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for prasadam. Apane Kashi Mishra ila prasad laiya. He only brought in Mahaprasad here. Prabhu re bhiksha kara ila agra kari, and with great request he served the Lord. Puri Bharati re sange Prabhu bhiksha kela. Mahaprabhu sat with Puri Bharati. Sakala Vaishnava tabe bhojana karila, and all the Vaishnavas took prasad. Akantha Puraya Sabha Karaila Bhojan. Everybody was fed up to neck. If they open their mouth little bit, you can see prasadam in the throat. Little bit has been there. It's all tract is all filled up. Deha deha boli Prabhu bole na vach. Mahaprabhu saying, serve them more, serve them more. Don't be stingy, give more. Bhojana kariya sabhi kaila achaman. Everybody honored prasadam and washed their hands, feet. Sabare paraila Prabhu malya chandan. Then Mahaprabhu personally applied chandan to each one's forehead and offered them garland. And these are the etiquettes. Garland should also be ready. That should also be served with chandan also. Prema Vishta Haya Prabhu Karena Varadan. Mahaprabhu was in trance, ecstasy, and he gave benediction. Shuni Bhakta Ganera Judai Manaskam, and which all the devotees heard with great satisfaction. So, what is the blessing that Mahaprabhu gave? You can repeat after me. Haridasera Vijayotsav Ye Kaila Darshan Ye Iha Nrutya Kaila Ye Kaila Kirtan ये तारे वालू का दीते करेला गमन तारा मध्ये महोत्सवे ये कैला भोजन आचिरे हय बेता सबार कृष्ण प्राप्ति हरिदास दर्शने हय ऐच्छे शक्ति. So all of us also get this blessing. What Mahaprabhu saying? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this benediction. Anyone who has seen the festival of Sri Haridas Thakur's passing away, all of us saw through ears and through your Manas Patal also. We have 2 screens. One is Drushti Patal, the screen, when our eyes are open, whatever we see, this is called a Drushti Patal. On the screen of our eyes, we see all this, what is around. Another is Manas Patal, the screen of our mind. Even with closed eyes, on our screen of mind, we can see whatever we desire to see. So we saw through our Manas Patal. Anyone who has seen the festival of Sri Haridas Thakur's passing away, anyone who has chanted and danced here, our minds were chanting and dancing there. Anyone who has offered sand, our mind also offered sand on the body of Haridas Thakur. And anyone who has joined this festival to partake of the prasadam, that also we do, will achieve the favor of Krishna very soon. Achire haibeta sabar Krishna prapti. Very soon, Today is 6th September, maybe 7th September, 8th September, very soon. There is such wonderful power in seeing Haridas Thakur. Kripa kari Krishna more diya chila sanga, swatantra Krishna reicha, kaila sanga bhanga. Being merciful upon me, Krishna gave me the association of Haridas Thakur. Being independent in his desires, he has now broken that association. So this is intense love of the heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That I was fortunate that Krishna very mercifully gave me the association of Haridas Thakur. But Lord is independent. He broke that association now. I'm alone now. हरिदासरी छाया में हैला चलिते amara shakati tare narila rakhite. When Haridas Thakur wanted to leave this material world, it was not within my power to detain him. I could not stop him. इच्छा मात्रे कैला निज प्राण निष्क्रामण पूर्वेन शुनियाची भीष्मेर मरण. Earlier, devotees had thought about the way Bhishma Dev had left body. Now Mahaprabhu is also recollecting. Simply by his will, Haridas Thakur could give up his life and go away. Exactly like Bhishma, who previously died simply by his own desire, as we have heard from Shastra. Haridasa Achila Pruthavira Shiromani Tahavinu Ratna Shunya Haila Medini. What a classic glorification. Haridas Thakur was the crown jewel on the head of this world. So whole world can be compared to head. And on that there is a crown jewel. That is Haridas Thakur. Without him, this world is now bereft of its valuable jewel. So just the head is there. That valuable jewel is lost. जय जय हरिदास बलि कर हरि ध्वनि एत बलि महाप्रभु नाचे न अपनी. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then told everyone, say all glories to Haridas Thakur and Haridas Thakur ki jai, and chant the holy name of Hari. Saying this, he personally began to dance. Sabe gaya jaya 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 Haridas, namera mahimai ho karila prakash. Everyone began to chant all glories to Haridas Thakur, who revealed the importance of chanting the holy name of the Lord. तबे महाप्रभु सभा भक्ते विदाय दिला हर्ष विषादि प्रभु विश्राम करिला. Thereafter, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bade farewell to all the devotees and he himself, with mixed feelings of happiness and distress, took rest. Both are there. Happiness, that old body, difficult in one sense. So now he is gone and joined me in my eternal pastimes in Golok Vrindavan. And distress, I won't have his association over here on earth. यही तो कहिलो हरिदासे रे विजय यहाँ श्रवण कृष्ण कृष्ण दृढ़ भक्ति हुई. Now blessing again to all of us by Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. We got blessings of Mahaprabhu. Now pure devotee is also offering his blessing. Thus I have spoken about the victorious passing away of Haridas Thakur. Anyone who hears this narration will certainly fix his mind firmly in devotional service to Krishna, because he was fixed. Jaisa sang, Vaisa rang. If we hear about great souls who are fixed in their bhakti, so we also become fixed up in our bhakti. चैतन्य भक्तवात्सल्य इहाते ही जानी भक्तवांछा पूर्ण कैला न्यासी शिरोमणि. From the incident of Haridas Thakur's passing away and the great care Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took in commemorating it, one can understand just how affectionate he is toward his devotees. Although he is the topmost of all sannyasis, he fully satisfied the desire of Haridas Thakur. शेषकाने दिला तारे दर्शन स्पर्शन तारे को लेकर कैला आपने नर्तन. When Haridas Thakur was at the last stage of his life, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him his company and allowed him to touch him. Thereafter, he took the body of Thakur Haridas on his lap and personally danced with it. आपने श्री हस्त कृपाए तारे वालु दिला. With his own lotus hands, he offered sand particles to the body of Haridas Thakur. आपने प्रसादे मागी महोत्सव कैला. He only begged prasadam, alms, and performed great celebration. महाभागवत हरिदास परम विद्वान ये सौभाग्य लागे आगे करेला प्रयाण. Haridas Thakur was not only the topmost devotee of the Lord, but also a great and learned scholar. It was his great fortune that he passed away before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. चैतन्य चरित्रयी अमृतर सिंधु कर्णमन तृप्त करे यार एक बिंदु. The life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are exactly like the ocean of nectar, one drop of which can please the mind and ear. Anyone who desires to cross over the ocean of science, please hear with great faith the life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He ends the chapter. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. Any question? Yes. Yeah, why not? People are absorbed in their material lives also, isn't it? I heard that Einstein, after getting married, that evening only he went to the laboratory. 3 days he did not go home. What honeymoon? No honeymoon. And wife experienced honey son. She was getting heated up. Are where is the husband? Married, but I'm alone at home. So she sent one chit with servant, and he got the chit. That my dear husband, we are married. Your wife at home waiting for you. Please come back. Then he remembered. Oh really? Oh I forgot only that 3 days back I got married. Can you imagine? But Einstein was like that. He said that world uses everyone in the world uses 4% of his memory, the power of retention. Our Einstein used 8%, double. No man on planet Earth has used. It is said like that. That's why they had preserved his brain also. All that. So it's possible. If people are working hard like anything in the world and they forget. They carry it. Wife gives tiffin box. The person whole day doesn't take. And while coming, he throws it because wife will see what is this nonsense I cooked and you did not eat. So he throws it in the gutter while coming from the office. That kind of absorption people have. Yes or not? How many of you seen absorbed people in their chores and their activities? Yeah, people are crazy. They forget the whole world. So, because they are convinced of it, that's why they are absorbed in that. So, we have to be convinced of Krishna conscious practices. Then we'll be absorbed. Problem is, we are not so convinced. We have tested material life and then we come here. So, one leg that side, one leg here. And we are thinking, where to? Whether that was proper or I did a mistake by coming here. Did I do some great mistake? When Saffron Brahmachari second initiated, he came to me and said, Prabhu, what about future? We don't have house, no money, no bank balance. In future, in case we have to go for bypass, then who will give money? For Radhesham Prabhu, so many grahasthas will come. I will give 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. For we, simple brahmacharis, who will give? So we should make some arrangement. I said, what arrangement? Donation that grahasthas give us. I said, what nonsense you are talking? I understood what he's saying. And grahasthas give donation. So we should keep it for our future bypass surgery. I was thinking this fellow will definitely go through bypass. Because so much is concerned about that. so, so you can see, we are not convinced. Prabhupada said to the leaders of ISKCON, GBCs and all, are you convinced that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And they were all silent. Prabhupada was very, very powerfully speaking. Prabhupada again, are you convinced that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? They understood it, not just statement we have to like fill in the blanks. Huh? Dash, dash, dash is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Or Krishna is, so that, Prabhupada is asking really, call for action is there. So they were all silent. Prabhupada said, if only you are convinced that Krishna is the Supreme Person of Godhead, will take over the entire world in just 18 days. Because that is the time was required for Pandavas to win over the battle of Kurukshetra. So that's it. So conviction is required. Then absorption comes. Prasadam absorption comes or not? So much we are very bold. क्या सीन? ये क्या है वो item bro? 56 हो गया ना 56. I think 55 are only over. Which is the one remaining? So much absorbed we are. And we go and analyze also. I think this is the item remained. I'll take little bit. Yes or no? So much absorption is there. It's all possible. Worldly people also have it. Children are so absorbed in playing, isn't it? They forget the time. Parents have to be after them, sometimes catch them and pull them. What nonsense come. So everybody has that absorption. Our Shankaracharya said, Balyavastha krida sakta, Tarunavastha taruni asakta, Ruddhavastha chintagrasta, Parabrahmani kopina sakta. In childhood, madness for sports, playing. And in youthful days, a boy is attracted to a girl. Mad, is absorbed all the time thinking of that girl only. Even looking at the blackboard, he doesn't see what the professor has written. He sees her face only there. And many times not even there. He will directly look at her in case she is classmate. So absorbed. And Vruddhavastha Chintagrasta. Middle age, old age people are all the time in anxiety. What about this? My daughter. And Prahlad Maharaj says that even if daughter is married and goes to her husband's place, She is never out from the heart of the father. And I have seen that in my father's uh, life also. Though I was a brahmachari, every time your sister, her husband, my sister's husband is IS officer, and my father would be so much concerned. He doesn't take care of her. Arey what? He's IS officer. We are illiterates in front of him. He's a big officer. In fact, my mama also, my mother's brother, he was one, what do you call that, office person, one of the workers, where my sister's husband was top IS officer. As soon as he would come, everybody stands up, and my mama also had to stand up. In worldly relation, he is his son-in-law, isn't it? But in post, he's IS officer, and he is subordinate, so he has to stand up and all salam, like that. There's so much concern. So much absorption is there for all of us. Only it is all dependent on what is your conviction in the heart. Whatever you are convinced of, you are absorbed in it. Just go on and with it. You can read. I have been reading Prabhupada books sometimes 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. All possible. You can read it. There are people who take a book in the night, they start reading by morning over 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. His Grace Revati Raman Prabhu read like that, I think, Science of Self-Realization. Like that. Absorption is there. Everybody has that faculty, that facility with him. But object of absorption is different. That depends on conviction of the heart. Any other? Chanting is from the heart, no? It's not lip dip. His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur as well as Bhaktivinoda Thakur, both the acharyas have said, chanting is not lip dip, it is heart dip. Yes, chanting should not come from the lips. Lips are required to utter, but it should spring from the heart. Prabhupada also says this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamanta springs from spiritual platform, surpassing physical, mental, intellectual, I think egoistic. Uh, It comes from, it springs from spiritual platform. So for that heart, status of the heart matters. What is your attitude? That's what Prabhupada said. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. Where is the attitude? Attitude is inside. Attitude of gratitude in the subtle body, and then attitude of servitude in the gross body. Service is possible only when gratitude is inside. External, we may make a show so for achieving cheap popularity, or just earning the goodwill of our superiors, or maybe to get Mahaprasad. If I do this service, the Pujari gives Mahaprasad, so I will do this service. We are not having gratitude. We are only looking for something else. So gratitude is there, naturally one serves. That is required. Subtle body and gross body connection is there. Otherwise, one cannot go on. One who is not grateful, he is a great fool, and he gives up bhakti. It's a big problem. Impersonal is widespread. And Mayavadis, how they are? They use their guru. Till one point of time when they themselves become Narayan. Now I am Narayan. So what is the need of this other Narayan? Guru. Hell with him. Prabhupada says it is like using ladder to climb some high level where some object you have to want. Or you reach there. After reaching there, you just kick off that ladder. Hell with it. I reached high level. Like that, Mayavadis use their guru in the initial stage and then kick them off. But in bhakti path, it is never like the gratitude towards guru keeps increasing. Prabhupada for so many years kept giving all credit to Bhaktivinoda Thakur only. So this was desire of my spiritual master, that holy name be spread all over the world. That's why this happened. He sent, you all are representatives of my spiritual master only. All of you are sent by my Guru Maharaj only. How much gratitude? Years later, Bhaktivinoda Thakur left body in 36, and this is 77. 41 years are over. And Prabhupada is not able to forget only his Guru. And the remembrance is increasing. So without proper consciousness, one cannot practice bhakti with depth, in-depth bhakti. For that it is required. Superficial bhakti can be performed for some years, and then one will be wishy-washy and one will give up, or one's enthusiasm will go down because it was just a passionate show. It was not heart deep. Yes. Hmm. Yeah. Rupa Goswami. Yeah, that is good. Na Amanina Manadina. Prabhupada is not concerned about himself entering in Jagannath temple. He wanted all his foreign disciples to get entry there. But the Panda said, no, here only Hindus. Prabhupada said, "Arey, come on, Hindus are eating meat. Hmm. Sometimes cow flesh also. But whereas these foreign disciples, they are very strict. They practice no meditating, gambling, no tea, coffee. They are very qualified. They said, no, they are non-Hindus, not allowed. Prabhupada said, then I'll also not enter. Because in one sense it is something like Vaishnava Aparad, Vaishnava is not respected properly. So uh, I don't deserve the respect there then. Why should I go inside alone? I am not interested. Because there are scriptures, so many things are there. That's what was the big debate in Medinapur between Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, arranged by the local Brahmins over there. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur was invited, but he was in ill health. So he discussed with Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He sent his son. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, for 3 days, the debate went on, and he smashed them. He first told the glories of Brahmanas and all that, and ultimately, then he told how Vaishnava is far superior to a Brahman. A very scholarly discussion. They all were defeated, smashed. It became such an uproar that all the public, thousands were there around. They all wanted to take the dust of the lotus feet of Bhaktan Thakur. And it was like mob, no? So police were concerned. The police stopped them with their sticks and all that. And they found that it is uncontrollable mob. So what to do? So the main top police officer came, said, "Sir, sorry, Bhaktan Thakur." He brought a chair. He made him sit there. "Sorry, sir, what I'm doing with you?" He brought a bucket filled with water. He took his lotus feet, put in the bucket, and then again took out and said, "Sorry, sir, we have to do this. The mob is uncontrollable." And then he took that water and said, "In this bucket only, this water we have just washed the lotus feet of Bhaktan Thakur, and we are sprinkling on all of you. Please cool down." And they were happy. Okay. So that is all about that. It is not birth best. Nowhere. Mm. Any kind of right. Brahmin by birth is non-Vedic concept. Mm. Krishna says so many places it is said. No? Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasha. Janmana jayate shudra. By birth everybody is shudra. Samskarat bhavet dvija. And samskaras are done. 41 samskaras, of which at least 10 samskaras. Starting with Garbhadhan to Antim sanskar. The sanskaras are done, then one becomes dvija, twice born. Dvija, second birth. Veda Patanat Bhavet Vipra. Under the guidance of Guru, when one studies the scriptures, he becomes Vipra. Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. When one realizes I am not body, I am spirit, so then he is a Brahman. So Vaishnavas are far superior to Brahmanas. But then Orthodox people, ritualistic, they don't accept. They said, no, he is not born in India, so he is not. Or he is not born in Brahmin family, he is not. Prabhupada, when one disciple went to Radharaman temple, foreign disciple, and he was taking darshan of Ramandev with great devotion, like that. So the pujari was very happy, gave him some prasad and all that, and said, "The kind of devotion you have, with this, if you continue in this life, I bless you. In the next lifetime, you will be born as a Brahmin in India." And the disciple was so happy. My God! Right while inside the altar, that pujari gave me prasad and blessed me. That in next lifetime, I will be born as a Brahmin in India. My God, I am so sinful. I was born in West and now I'll be in this next lifetime. He was very happy. Happily, he came and he said, "Prabhupada, I was blessed by that Pujari of Radharaman." While inside, he was in the altar like this, that I will be born as a Brahmin in India in the next life. Prabhupada said, "You go back to him in Raman temple and tell him, if only you do your Pujari services very nicely like this, in the next lifetime, you will be born in the Western countries as a Westerner foreigner and you will be able to spread the holy name to all the people in the world." Haribo, Srila Prabhupada ki. And the disciple was frightened. My God, how can I? If I tell him, he'll be very wild, angry. What nonsense? What? You're telling me that I'll be born in West? No, no question. Like that Brahmin and cobbler we have heard, no? Brahman was so proud that I am going back to garden. This is last life. And he asked Narad Muni, asked Narayan. And when he came and said, no, For you, it will take millions of. What? Pagal ho gaya? Are you crazy? Okay, by the way, what was Narayan doing? So Narayan was putting an elephant, threading an elephant through the hole of the needle. What a foolishness. I don't think you ever went to Vaikunta. You are making fool out of me. Forget it. Get lost. He was so arrogant. But whereas that cobbler was simple and he had faith. So what is required is this knowledge. In India only this problem is there. And that's how then so many other religions they come. So you are not allowed in your temple. You come to our mosque, to our church. Everybody can come. Everybody is qualified. And gone. Then lakhs, millions and billions of so-called Hindus, they will convert because anything little bit is Muslims. Water was sprinkled on Hindu. Now he cannot be. That's what happened with Subudhi Rai. So now you are Muslim. So no, but I want to be accepted by Hindus again. Okay, then you drink hot, burning hot ghee. You drink burning hot ghee. If I drink, I will die. Yeah. Then in the next lifetime, you will be born in India as Hindu. This is dangerous. So then when he went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, forget all this is all nonsense on bodily platform. You just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then you are Vaishnav, far superior to Brahmin. And stay in Vrindavan and devotees from Bengal come, you serve them all. And take them for a tour of 12 forests and give them massages with oil and also feed them rice because Bengali Odia devotees like rice, and in the north, in Uttar Pradesh, in Vrindavan, there is hardly any rice. The only chapatis there. Chapatis are very famous. And devotees of Odisha, Bengal, when they eat chapati there, they have indigestion. So give them oil massage and all that. So we are not for all this body. In ISKCON, you can see nobody is asked what is your caste. Everybody can get initiated. Everybody can get second diksha. No matter how fallen according to worldly calculation, and they can be inside altar, they can worship. They have to learn, training is required. Just like in the outside world, if you see civil engineers and medical practitioners, they're all nothing to do with caste. All boys and girls who score in whatever that entrance exam, they can enter in that college and they can become civil engineers, electrical engineers, doctors, lawyers, isn't it? There, that is very nicely followed in one sense. But only when it comes to religion, then that orthodoxical, whatever that stubbornness is there. So it should be given up. Okay. So we'll end here. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Prema.
Hare Krishna. Devotees, so let us thank His Grace Sundarshyam Prabhu by on time loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So evening we have uh, at 5 o'clock in the temple hall. We have a class, IOF class by His Grace Sundarshyam Prabhu again. So requesting all devotees to please assemble here at 5 p.m. And there we will discuss the glories of Haridas Thakur.